Joe Carberry here at the Canoe and Kayak Awards 2013, presented by Verizon. I'm with Shane Benedict, longtime legend of whitewater, head designer for Liquidlogic. How nice is it to be able to gather? I know it's Salt Lake, it's a little dry, there's not a lot of water going down. You guys have an amazing spring out east. How nice is it though to kind of gather with the community and be amongst friends, you know, and at least once a year?
It's fantastic because we come here for a lot of business, but this is the one time of year you get everybody together, and it's the old school legends all the way up to the latest and greatest 11-year-old that can throw shit around. You know, it's awesome.
Well, I mean, talk about that. You've been paddling and traveling your whole life almost now, you know, and paddling hard whitewater all over the world. I mean, what do you think of some of the things where the young kids have taken it now? I mean, is it pretty awe-inspiring for you still?
Totally. I mean, it is always, you're always trying to do something different, and that's the nature of our sport of paddling is exploring, adventuring, and that's could be an expedition, but it could also just be in your physical skills, and to see it pushed in all those different ways that's the pleasure of being a part of it, you know. And being a designer, I get to watch them take my boats and go to the next level and make the next thing happen. It's really cool.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. Do you get like people that'll come back to you and be like, I don't know, man, this isn't shedding enough water when I get them off a drop, or what, you know, what, do you get like feedback that helps you?
Definitely. I mean, because those guys, well, I'm jealous for one thing. They paddle all the time. They don't have jobs.
Bastards.
But they have the ultimate edge, the ultimate feel, because they paddle every day and they're pushing the limits every day. And to get that feedback of the real everyday feeling of paddling at the very front edge of what's going on, you can't get any better feedback than that.
Well, I wanted to ask you one other thing. You know, Liquidlogic to me has always been kind of a core brand to whitewater. You know, for this is what, 15 years you guys have been in it now.
Almost.
Yeah. So, I mean, what to you right now? I mean, the core of the sport has shifted so much since the mid '90s. What do you feel is kind of like the core of the sport that we're fans of, that we participate in, that we're part of?
Well, the core of paddling has always been and will always be going down the river and exploring, whether it's exploring a new river or it's just exploring your own skills and your own experience. That's the core of the sport. And there's all these great fringes of that add all these great variables, but the core of the sport is running the river and going out there with your friends, and it happens on the very beginning level. You go with people that are just learning, or you have an instructor, all the way up to the high end running the hardest thing. It's about the experience of being with your bros on the river. That's what it is.
Amongst it.
You know, I mean, Woody and I, that's where we came from a long time ago, is paddling with your friends, getting down the river, and that's the core.
I mean, you guys have had a spring out east and a summer. I mean, is this like unprecedented? I would think.
Unprecedented. Yeah. That's been my story all day. In the last couple days here at the show, is I'm working a full day, coming in as early as I can get in, and it's 5 o'clock. The whole R&D crew and a bunch of the factory guys, and we're out every night because it's also summer now, and we have the highest water that I ever remember. We're running it. All the rivers in the whole area are as high as they've ever been. The watershed is saturated. If it drizzles, everything goes bam up to the roof. So we're hitting everything every single evening, and I'm like, I'm broken, but I'm also thinking, this is the most epic season ever, and I'm gonna go out every night.
This guy's living the life. Thanks, Shane.